She's not saying no to the kiss. She's saying no to you. Let's tell the truth without sugarcoating it. Most men don't know how to create the moment for a kiss. And it's not because they're shy, and it's not because women are difficult. It's because they think going straight for the kiss makes them look desperate, when in reality, that's exactly what makes them invisible to her. Today, you're going to learn something very few dare to tell you. Women don't reject kisses. They reject men who don't know how to generate sexual tension. And that includes the men who ask, "Can I kiss you?" as if they were asking for permission to exist. It also includes the ones who are so polite that they spend the whole night waiting for the perfect sign. But guess what? Women want to be kissed just as much as you want to kiss them. Yes, they want that physical connection, but with a man who understands one fundamental truth. Attraction is not asked for, it's created. And this is where psychology and authentic seduction come in. Because it's not about manipulating her into a kiss, it's about becoming the kind of man she naturally wants to kiss. A man who doesn't need to ask for permission, wait for obvious signals, or act like it's some kind of favor she's granting him. Number 1. Sexual tension from the very first minute. The first thing that separates the guys who get the kiss from the ones who don't is sexual tension from the very first minute. And this is where 90% fail. Most men show up to a date thinking they need to get to know her better before creating attraction. Big mistake. By the time they've finished getting to know each other, she's already put them in the friend zone. A woman's brain makes attraction decisions within the first 30 seconds, not after 2 hours of conversation. If you don't trigger her sexual radar the moment you say hello, you're done. Sexual tension isn't about being aggressive. It's about intention. It's subtly letting her know you're not there to be her gay best friend. Here's the exact formula. First, eye contact. When you see her, don't smile right away. Look into her eyes for 2 to 3 seconds longer than normal. Make her feel like you're reading her as a man. The greeting voice. Lower your voice half a tone when you greet her. "Hi, Sophia," in a normal voice versus "Hi, Sophia" in a deeper, slower tone. The difference is massive. The sensory complement. This is where the magic happens. Don't say, "You look pretty." That's what her dad says. Tease her if there's already some rapport. If you've built even a little trust with her, you can joke around and say something like, "That perfume smells like my grandma's. Mine smells better." Now, this doesn't apply to every situation. If you say this to a girl you just met, she'll probably tell you to go home. So if there's no trust yet, say nothing. But if you've spoken to her before, maybe over chat, and built some comfort, you can throw in playful teases like that. Just be aware of when you say it. It needs to fit the context. Think about it. If you give her a compliment like, "Your perfume smells so good it's impossible not to look at you," at the wrong moment, you're basically putting yourself at her feet like a puppy. Compliments should be given in heated moments, and we'll cover those later in this video. But she should never see you as someone chasing her. You need to be a figure of authority. On the flip side, the most common mistake is being too aggressive too soon. Don't touch her lower back when you greet her if there's no chemistry yet. It just makes you look desperate. The key is to use your masculine energy, not your needy energy. Energy attracts, neediness repels. Once you've triggered her sexual radar with that initial tension, you have to keep that tension alive throughout the entire date. And that's where the second element comes in, something most guys completely overlook. The second key element is mastering personal space. But be careful, it's not what you think. Most guys either stay way too far out of respect or invade her space like desperate clingers. Both fail because they don't understand the psychology behind it. A woman's personal space works on the principle of tension and release. It's like a spring. If you never press it, there's no tension. If you press it all the time, it snaps. But if you press and release, you create a rhythm that builds anticipation. She starts to look forward to your moves and actually enjoys them. The technique is called micro entries and exits. Here's exactly how to do it. Micro entry number 1. You have something on your phone you want to show her. You move close until your shoulder touches hers. Show her the photo or video. Duration, 15 to 20 seconds. Micro exit number 1. Pull back, smile, and keep the conversation going normally. Don't stick around like chewing gum. Micro entry number 2. 10 minutes later, while explaining something, use your hands to gesture and accidentally brush her arm, or lean in to hear her better. Micro exit number 2. Return to your normal position. The key is the pattern: hot, cold, near, far, tension, relaxation. This rhythm drives her subconscious mind crazy. The fatal mistake? Staying in her personal space too long. If you get close and stay there, she feels uncomfortable and pulls away. Golden rule: always be the one to pull away first. This keeps your power in the interaction. Now that you understand how to create physical tension with space, you need to align it with your nonverbal communication, because one wrong facial expression can ruin everything. The third element that determines whether you'll get that kiss is your nonverbal communication. And I'll be brutally honest, she decides if she wants to kiss you based on how you move, not what you say. You can have the best lines in the world, but if your body language screams insecurity or desperation, you're screwed. The problem is most guys do exactly the opposite of what creates attraction. They talk too fast because they're nervous. They lean in like dogs begging for attention. They smile all the time like clowns. Listen carefully. Dominant nonverbal communication isn't being an arrogant jerk. It's projecting calm, control, and sexual confidence. Here's exactly what to do. First, slow down your speech. Most guys talk like machine guns when nervous. Confident men speak slower. Every word carries weight. Second, use your hands when you explain something. Alpha men take up space with their gestures. Don't keep your hands in your pockets like a shy teenager. Third, and this is counterintuitive, lean back when she talks, not forward. Leaning forward shows you're desperate for her approval. Leaning slightly back shows you're okay if she walks away, that you don't need her. Fourth, your smile. Don't smile with just your mouth. Smile with your eyes. A real smile involves the muscles around your eyes. A fake smile only uses your mouth and looks desperate. Fifth, eye contact when she talks. Here's a little known trick. Listen by leaning forward slightly, then lean back and look at her silently for 1 to 2 seconds before responding. That pause signals calm and control. The mistake I see all the time: overacting. Being too intense with eye contact, talking so slowly you sound weird, or making exaggerated gestures. The key is calibration. Your nonverbal communication should feel natural but intentional, as if you're a man women are used to wanting. Once your dominant presence is dialed in, it's time to start the physical escalation. And here's where men and boys separate. Fourth, gradual physical escalation. The fourth element is gradual physical escalation. And here's where 95% of guys make the costliest mistake on the entire date. They go from zero physical contact straight to trying to kiss. It's like trying to jump a canyon when you could just cross a bridge. Women need to be physically warmed up. Their arousal is like an oven, not a light switch. You can't turn it from 0 to 100 in a second. The right physical escalation makes every touch feel natural, inevitable, even wanted. The wrong escalation makes you look like a desperate creep. Here's the exact progression that works. Level 1, casual touch. When you laugh at something she said, touch her arm for 2 to 3 seconds, no more. This establishes you as a man who's not afraid of physical contact. But here's what most guys miss. After every touch, give her something positive, a genuine smile, a knowing look, even a small joke. This makes her brain associate your touch with pleasure. Level 2, connection touch. When showing her something on your phone or explaining with your hands, take her hand for a few seconds. Look, give me your hand. I'm going to explain this. And when you finish, hold her hand 1 second longer before letting go. Reward her with a visual pause. Look her in the eyes and smile. She'll feel like something's happening between you. Level 3, intimate touch. This is the real moment. When you're talking and see she's totally comfortable with previous touches, it's time to brush a strand of hair from her face or gently touch her necklace or bracelet. The key is justification. You have something in your hair. Or, what a beautiful necklace. Where's it from? While saying this, touch lightly. Powerful reward. Say, it's dangerous seeing you this close, with a flirty smile. This makes her feel desired, not groped. The deadly mistake I see over and over, rushing the escalation when she's responding well. Number, keep the pace. Each level needs to settle before moving on. If she tenses up, go back to the previous level. If she responds positively, stay there a bit before moving up. The rule you must never forget: she has to actively participate in the escalation. If she's stiff as a board, she's not ready. Wait, build more emotional connection, and try again. Once you master gradual physical escalation, it's time for the most powerful technique to generate sexual desire: the almost kiss. The fifth element is the almost kiss technique, and I'm going to tell you something that will change your perspective forever. Anticipation multiplies desire by 10. Most guys, when they feel the moment has come, go straight for the kiss. Mistake. That's like eating dessert before dinner. The almost kiss is the difference between a kiss she tolerates and a kiss she desperately wants. Why does it work? Because it activates the psychological principle of deferred reward. When you give someone almost what they want, but not quite, their desire intensifies. It's the same reason a song pauses before the chorus, or movies build tension before the climax. Here's exactly how to do the almost kiss technique. First, you need a reason to get close. You can't just move to her face out of nowhere. Some natural reasons. I'm going to tell you something, but it's a secret. And you lean in to whisper. Or, you have something here, pointing near her ear. Second, when you move in, do it slowly, not like a shark attack. Move like water approaching the shore. Third, when you're about 5 centimeters from her lips, stop. Look her in the eyes for 2 to 3 seconds. You can even drop your gaze to her lips for a second, then back to her eyes. Fourth, pull back slightly with a smile and keep the conversation going like nothing happened. Like I was saying, and keep talking normally. What you just did is plant a seed in her mind. She'll be thinking about that moment for the rest of the date. She'll be waiting for you to complete it. The mistake many guys make, making the almost kiss too obvious or doing it too many times. Once is perfect, twice max for the whole date. More than that, and you look indecisive. Another common screw-up, lingering too long in the almost kiss position. If you stay there over 3 seconds, it turns into an awkward moment where she doesn't know what to do. The almost kiss technique is your secret weapon, so that when the real kiss finally comes, she's the one who wants it the most. But to make it work perfectly, you need to know when and how to go for that final kiss. And that's where the sixth element, the most important of all, comes in. 6. The counterintuitive trigger. Here's the sixth and most important element, the counterintuitive trigger. And I'm going to tell you something that goes against everything you've been taught about being respectful with women. The biggest mistake 99% of men make is asking permission for the kiss. Can I kiss you? Is it okay if? Do you mind if? Listen closely. When you ask if you can kiss her, you instantly destroy all the sexual tension you built throughout the date. Why? Because women don't want to be asked for the kiss. They want to be taken to the kiss. There's a huge difference. Asking permission is what an employee does to their boss. Leading is what a man does with a woman he desires. But beware, this doesn't mean being aggressive or disrespectful. It means reading her signals correctly and acting with masculine confidence. Here are the 3 signals that 100% confirm she wants you to kiss her. Signal 1. She looks at your lips for more than a second. Not a casual glance, but a conscious, repeated look. If she does this twice in 5 minutes, it's green light. Signal 2. She moistens her lips while talking to you or looking at you. This is a subconscious sign of arousal. Signal 3. Her body is fully turned toward you and she moves closer when you talk. She's not trying to keep distance. She's closing it. When you see all 3 signals at once, it's time to act. Here's the exact method. First, gently cup her face with one hand on her cheek. This softens the moment and makes her feel safe. Second, say, "Come here," in a low, intentional voice. It's not a question. It's an irresistible invitation. Third, slowly bring her closer while maintaining eye contact. Let her close her eyes first. Fourth, the kiss should be soft but decisive. Not like a fish, not like a vacuum cleaner, like a man who knows what he's doing. The mistake that ruins everything, hesitating at the last moment. Once you decide to kiss her, don't second guess. Doubt kills attraction instantly. Another fatal error, kissing her when the 3 signals aren't there. If she hasn't shown clear signs, wait. Build more sexual tension and reassess. Remember, she already decided if she wants you to kiss her way before you do. Your job is to recognize when that decision is positive and act accordingly. Masculine confidence at the moment of the kiss is what separates men. Women remember from men they forget immediately. Before we finish, I want to cover the most common situations where things can go wrong, because the reality is not every date is perfect. What if she pulls away when you get close? First, don't take it personally. It means you need to build more comfort before attraction. Step back, smile, and say something like, "Relax, I just wanted to tell you something." Then return to normal conversation and work on emotional connection. What if she doesn't respond to your physical escalation? Stop immediately. If you touched her arm and she got stiff, don't insist. Go back to the point where she felt comfortable. Sometimes she just needs more time to relax with you. What if she seems nervous the whole date? Nervous women need more time to warm up. Focus entirely on making her laugh and feel comfortable. Forget about the kiss for now and build solid connection. The kiss can wait for the second date. How to recover if you mess up one of the steps. Simple. Acknowledge the mistake without over-apologizing. Okay, I think I jumped the gun a bit, with a confident smile. Then go back to the previous step. Women respect men who can adjust without getting insecure. The key in all these situations is to keep your composure. Don't get defensive. Don't apologize like a criminal. Adjust your strategy and keep being the confident man she met at the start. Remember this, she already decided if she wants to kiss you within the first 15 minutes of the date. Everything you do after either confirms or destroys that decision. These 6 elements aren't cheap tricks, they're applied male psychology. They're the tools used by men who never go home wondering, should I have kissed her? Once you master them, you'll notice something interesting. Women will start giving you the clearest signals. They'll make your job easier because you finally become the kind of man they want to kiss. If this video changed your perspective, hit like so more men can see it. And subscribe because the next video is going to be even more explosive. How to make her chase you after the first kiss. Drop in the comments which of these 6 elements was the hardest for you before watching this video. I read every comment and reply personally.